Howdy folks, Hellcracks here. I'm just doing a video of some terrain I threw together tonight. I've been wanting to do this for a while. It's been over a year. I've been talking about doing this. I just decided, well, I'm going to do it tonight. Things you do at 10 o'clock in the evening to 2 o'clock in the morning. Just had some pent up energy. Alright, so what I did was I had some MDF board that I cut into squares. If you don't know what MDF board is, I have some extra here. This is some of the stuff I cut off. And use my jigsaw, cut it into pieces, little squares. Then I glued it down on the boards, the little pieces, because these are resin, plastic resin stuff. Glued it onto the little squares, and then I had all this extra stuff. This is my pile of goodies. If you're a good gamer, you don't throw anything away because you never know when you're going to be able to use it. All right, toothpicks, matchsticks, stuff. All right, these are keys away that I got from all the Forge World stuff I have. I kept some of the keys. They're cut off. That's going to be used now. Here's some MDF stuff from previous kits that I did. I think this was the hanger, a hanger that I did. I had a whole bunch of other stuff that over the years I've been having. You can see all the little bits and pieces. I kept them all. All the stuff you punch out at an MDF board, put them in a Ziploc. Keep them, all right? Because you never know when they're going to be handy. So I put everything down, glued that stuff down. Then I went over and I have this, which is the all-purpose. This is the mud that you use for sheetrock. And when I was doing my, I redone my entire bathroom about 5 years ago, and realized that after doing all the sheetrock work and stuff, realized this stuff's kind of handy. And so I went through and learned how to do mudding and all that stuff. So now I just go buy that. That's like a couple dollars for, maybe about $5 for a whole container of that. And what you do is I just spread it on top of this. Put my rubble, my MDF rubble I have from all the different stuff, all the little bits, threw that down. Then I have this, which is your Woodland Scenics Fine Ballast, brown. Doesn't matter what color it's going to be because this is going to get spray painted. And I laid it across over top of the drying, fresh. I put the little boards down, MDF stuff, put that in there. And then I sprinkled the ballast over top of it and kind of pressed it into the sheetrock mud. And now this is all drying. So this is going to dry for a couple days. And then I'm going to go in. I have my liquid, what is it? Super glue. It's really liquidy. I get it at the local hobby shop. And then I'll kind of just dribble it across to set it in pretty tight so it won't come off. And then once that's all dry, I'll spray paint it. And then I'm going to go through and pick out all the details. And then we'll have buildings and stuff. So this will be a little bit of extra terrain for 15 mil games. So I have all that to work on here in the future. So it's easier to get it done and work with it than not have it at all. So let's see what else we got. Oh, I don't know if I showed this before, but I also have some other stuff over here on the table. These are like improvised fighting positions that I made out of, what do you call it? Here's some, that's a Lee tank that I'm working on. So you just lay it in there and that represents it's like hull down or dug in position, that type of thing. And then I got some smaller ones that if you have a infantry base, you can put it inside there. It just tells it you're dug in or into a fighting position. And I made those out of Sculpey putty. Took me maybe a half an hour to crank those out, and it might cost me a couple bucks in materials instead of paying like the guys from Flames of War $30-$40 to buy something. You know, you just make something and call it good. So that's everything that's going on here in the command bunker tonight, or I should say it's morning now. But hopefully, next few weeks you'll see all this stuff progressing into something that looks pretty good. And hope you guys have a good one, and we'll talk with you later.